What's my take on online dating? Honestly, I don't have a problem with online dating at all. I think the chance of having a good and healthy relationship through online dating is like 50-50 nowadays. After all, online dating is so popular and so common nowadays. However, my definition of online dating might be different from your definition of online dating. Personally, I will never ever call it online dating if I haven't seen that person in real life or I haven't even done any video call with that person. If you want to call it online dating without even made any video call, I would just call you dumb or stupid. Yes, so sorry honey, but this is a fact. If you haven't even seen that person like face to face, even though there is a screen, through the computer or phone, I will just call you stupid. There are some people in this world, they can just start loving someone without even seeing them through videos, or I don't know. Okay, maybe you can't see each other in real life. I understand because of the distance or because of whatever reasons. But I mean, nowadays it is 21st century. That person couldn't even make any video call with you. Please just run, okay? Just run away. What do you mean? You can't make any video call. Honestly, I also don't understand something. I seriously, I don't get it at all. How come? How come some people they are scammed by someone they met online, okay? Someone they haven't even made any video call at all. I mean, don't you feel bored just talking to someone, this same profile, just image, for like say a couple of months, or just like sending emails or I don't know messages through that website for months? No video call at all, honey, okay? And let alone meeting each other in real life. Don't you feel weird or suspicious or bored? And I know this kind of thing, it happens a lot. It happens quite often. That's why I'm so shocked, okay? I'm completely shocked. How come? You are talking to an image, a profile. It could be anyone, okay? Maybe you are talking to some gorgeous, like a 10 out of 10 girl online, just one picture, okay? And she could send you many other different pictures, like an Instagram model, like a hot superstar, baby, sugar baby, whatever. You are so turned on and you're so happy, like, oh, finally, after decades, I found the love of my life. Oh my God. Thanks to God, finally he gave me another chance, found this most beautiful woman in the world. Oh, I'm gonna tell my mom, my mommy is 80 years old and I'm 50 years old. Finally in my 50s I found the love of my life and she's such a gorgeous woman. Okay, so long. I can't even finish this sentence. You are so happy and you are so ready to send all your life savings to that woman to spend the rest of your life with her. And you notice something a bit weird that why this lady, this beautiful woman of mine, this future wife of mine, she always have some excuses to avoid making videos calls with me every time when I suggest it. She always say, oh, not convenient, I'm working, or I'm outside, I'm with my family. My family are so traditional. They don't want me to be with someone who I met online, blah, 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 blah. Then you are so convinced and you are so assured, my honey, she's just being busy and she's just being shy and she's just being, I don't know, reserved. She's not the same way as other nasty girls, those slutty girls. My girl is the most traditional woman. I get it. I will just meet her in real life when she's ready. You know, maybe I will prepare my diamond ring as well when the day comes, you know. Yeah, I will buy her whatever she wants. I will buy her tickets. I will fly over to see her. Honestly, this is the type of online dating I will never ever get it, okay? I will never figure it out. I mean, how if your baby wifey, the beautiful woman you were talking to, she's a man, okay? How if she's a man behind the screen? How if she is someone who is from Africa and who is so overweight and who is maybe in his 80s? I don't know, honey. I don't know at all. Probably even older than your mom. Yeah, he's in his 80s, but he was pretending to be a gorgeous woman, like 10 out of 10 beautiful angel talking to you, and all he wanted is just to scam your money. How if, right? Have you ever thought about it? That's just so insane that some people could just fall in love with someone they have never ever made any video call or met in real life at all, okay? That's just so fucked up. I don't understand. Maybe our society is just so fucked up. There are so many lonely men or women in this world. I know there are so many single men, like say between 18 to 30 years old. They're single. They couldn't find a girl. They just couldn't. Of course, it's not only their fault. There's something wrong with the society as well. Maybe because with extreme feminism as well. So some women are going too extreme, like too crazy. They feel like they are the princess. Man has to do everything. Otherwise, a man is not worthy. Something like this. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really get the extreme feminism at all. So you can't really blame those people, blame those men or women who are so desperate for love, who are so desperate to have someone to talk to have connection with, okay? That's why this type of industry, it has market. You know, this type of scam can always fight their targets. So I just made it very clear that my definition of online dating, it has nothing to do with the one I just talked about, okay? It's just completely different concept. In my opinion, if you guys meet online, okay? And then you exchange contacts, and then you guys develop a type of romantic relationship, then it is online dating. I will call it online dating because at the very beginning, you guys met online, yeah, through internet. So when I was 18 years old, I met a boy online. I would say I was crushing him so badly. This boy is Chinese. Actually, he's Indonesian Chinese, but his parents are Chinese, so he's 100% Chinese, okay? He was studying in China, some university degree, something. Yeah. So I met him through a website called italki. It's like italki, italki something. It is a website for learning language. Okay. And he was learning Mandarin, and I was, I don't know, learning English. And I do notice that nowadays many people are using language learning websites or apps as dating website or apps. So we talked a little bit through that website, back and forth, and then we exchanged our contact. Back then it was Skype or Skype, right? So we exchanged our Skype, and we made quite a few video calls as well. I knew how he looked like, and he knew how I looked like as well. And we were so lucky because he didn't catfish me, and I didn't catfish him either. Unlike nowadays, some people, they claimed I am 6'1", 6'3", then turned out they are only 5'5". Honey, are you serious, honey? You think I'm blind or what? That's crazy, okay? Don't you feel ashamed that you lied a bit too much, You crossed the line too much. And some, they look perfect in their profile pictures, such as strong and slim figure, just like supermodel, okay? And then guess what, honey? In real life, overweight, a big belly, a balding, and nasty dressing, dirty, and smell bad. What are you doing, okay? What are you doing here? So what I'm trying to say is that the boy I met online when I was 18 years old, he didn't disappoint me. He didn't catfish me, okay? He looked even better than his profile pictures. I would say he's a very good-looking Chinese boy, very handsome, okay? I guess that was also part of the reason why I was crushing him so badly back then. I know, I was so shallow and so superficial, just like you guys. So what? You can fall in love with some gorgeous woman, beautiful woman. I can't fall in love with some beautiful boy, huh? We had been in touch with each other through Skype, and we made quite a few video calls as well. It was good, okay? And then I realized there were some problems between us. And of course, you would ask me, Joe, have you guys met in real life? Yes, of course we did. In total, we have only spent 15 days together in real life, okay? Only 15 days. But I would just say this boy, I don't know, he something about him just unforgettable. Maybe because of his appearance, maybe because of the perfume he used, or maybe just because of things we can't have, but always stay perfect in our heart. I don't know. So what's the problems between us? Number one, language barriers. He couldn't really speak Mandarin, and back then my English was not that good either. My oral English is not as good as nowadays, even though nowadays still quite shitty. But yeah, I would say language is quite a big problem. Okay, he couldn't really speak Mandarin. That's a pity as well. Lots of Indonesian Chinese, new generation, young generation, they couldn't speak Mandarin. On the other hand, Malaysian Chinese, they are doing a much better job. Anyways, number one, language barrier. Number two, long distance. Back then, he was studying in North China and I was studying in South China. It is about, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours by plane. It is so far, okay? It is just frustrating. So it was quite difficult and quite disappointing, and I don't think this type of relationship could last long. I mean, you can't even meet each other like quite often. How can you even maintain such a relationship? And we were just students. I don't think I would just go to his city and say, oh, I will stay in your city, or I just say, oh, I wanna go to your city to study. Just unrealistic. It's just impossible. Number three, we're quite different. I noticed this boy, he has a little bit like a male chauvinism type of thing. I would say he is a bit like, say, quite traditional Chinese man type. Like he would like to in charge of some things. On the other hand, I'm someone who is a bit aggressive, quite assertive, and quite impulsive. So I don't think we could end up well, even though there is no long distance or language barrier, because our characters are so different. And I don't think our characters could compensate each other, because I don't want to be controlled by someone. So that's just a story about my online dating experience. I hope it could help you a little bit. Personally, I'm quite open-minded with online dating, and I don't judge others if they meet their partner through online dating, since it's very common nowadays, and most people I know, they use social media, they use Tinder, Hinge, or Bagel, Meet Coffee, whatever, just so popular nowadays, has nothing to be ashamed of. And some people, they are more, reserved and introverted. They prefer using this way to find a partner. Doesn't matter, okay? It is totally fine. But I do have to remind you that there are some things you have to be really careful when it comes to online dating, okay? First of all, you have to be prepared that you won't be able to see that person in a short term, okay? So you have to be prepared for all the difficulties and the disappointment and the frustration you may face if you start online dating, which means you have to have a quite strong mindset and perseverance, because you don't want to give up. But there will be much more difficulties in front of you guys since it's online dating, okay? You can't see each other. Number two, it is much harder to trust someone when it comes to online dating, because you can't be with this person, say, every day or twice a week. How can you trust that person? So you may have some trust issues you have to deal with. For example, if he or she doesn't reply to you straight away, then you will be thinking, oh, who are you with right now? What are you doing right now? You told me you are having dinner with your family, but how do I know? Maybe you are walking outside with someone else. Maybe you are dating someone else, stuff like this. Quite often, you do have to work on those trust issues. You have to get over it. What can you do then? If you don't even trust that person, what can you do? Then it means nothing. It means this online dating will lead to nothing, okay, if there is no trust. Number three, try to meet that person in real life as soon as possible. As soon as possible, okay? Trust me, the longer you drag, the less confidence or patience or affection or passion you would have for that person, because time will take away a lot of things in a good way and in a bad way. So you have to balance the time and the distance, a lot of things, you know, you have to value them and prioritize them.